Virgo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-April 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business here and start this off with an oracle card just to test out the energy before we fully get underway. My guides and spirit team talk to me about the lovely Virgos out there. I hope you're all doing well. So let's see what's going on for Virgo, please. And yeah, we're just going to look at this first oracle card super quick. Then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And then at the very end, I'm going to pull you a bonus, something new, something extra special this week. I'm going to pull you a page from the wonderful Book of Answers. This is like a magic 8-ball on steroids. That's what I've been saying to the other signs. It's a lot of fun. So if you have a yes or no question or something in your mind, hold it till the end. But let's keep it moving here. I've been having a lot of fun with that Book of Answers. Let's see what we got for you, my friends. What's going on for Virgo? Thank you. Okay, so we have this magician here. And of course, it could speak to the similar things that we see with the magician within the tarot deck. But there's a little difference with this guy because he can speak of illusion in some sense. Now, before we fully start dissecting that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the April subscriber surprise towards the end. So you might want to check that out. Also, if you're active on Twitter, my handle's at kyleofcupsoracle. Please feel free to shoot me a tweet sometime. But into the reading we go. You see this awesome looking magician. It looks like he's doing a whole bunch of different tricks. So yes, we can speak about creation, manifestation. You might be trying to plan things out or create the reality that you want in this time. This can also be a signal that your manifestation powers could be extra amped up. So I'm interested to see if the magician comes out in the tarot reading itself. But the little warning with this oracle card is that of illusion. So in this time, if something seems a little too good to be true, it probably is. Make sure nobody's trying to pull the hoodwink over your eyes when we have this, because it could be some sort of illusion that either you might be under or someone else. But we'll stick to the optimistic message with this guy. It could just be about creation and bringing things forth. So we'll see if that ties into the reading. Like I always say, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's just a little footnote to the whole reading, but we're going to get into tarot now, and I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify as we always do. So let's get a good shuffle here for the Virgos, please. My guides and spirit team. Talk to me about Virgo now, my friends. Last week's reading was pretty intriguing. It was titled Karmic Justice Incoming. And I always say when karmic energies start getting involved in different collectives, it could tend to stick around for a while. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see some cards that tie in with karma. The week before that was an important warning. I think I was seeing the Devil card there. Hopefully things haven't been too rough or dicey, but the last couple of weeks we're hoping for a shift out of that energy into something more positive. But it doesn't matter what comes out. We'll go with the flow and we'll look at all the angles. All right, we have the High Priestess. Very interesting that we had the Magician as the Oracle card, now the High Priestess. That's like a yin-yang, divine masculine, divine feminine. Interesting. So you might have an extra strong interest in the hidden, in the occult. Okay, we have the 10 of Cups. Beautiful. This is giving me an interesting vibe. Now, I usually don't get too intuitive, but for a small portion of you, somebody might be doing rituals or like trying to, I don't want to use like rough language, but might be casting some sort of spell or something. Obviously not for every Virgo out there. I don't want to make too many grand statements here. But on the back end, we have the Queen of Swords. This is going to be an interesting one, Virgo. It seems like we got a lot of stuff going on here, a lot of very powerful energy. So let's go through it. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes before we get the juicy intuitive stuff, because then that could change the whole flow of the reading. But position number 1, we have the High Priestess. She can speak about knowledge acquisition. She is the matron of tarot readers, psychics, intuitives. It's that beautiful etheric energy. This is water sign energy too, so maybe some of you are tied to a water sign here. But the High Priestess, yes, she could speak about concealing knowledge or withholding knowledge, but she is a big card of the intuition, what you feel on the inside. So your gut might be tugging you in a certain direction. Your intuition might be heightened. But the reason I said somebody might be doing like some sort of ritual or spell or something like that, and remember, this could be people in your sphere of influence. I don't want to get too airy here with the message. The 10 of Cups right next to it is telling me that one, either someone is like trying to manifest a very specific outcome, or I don't usually get this vibe. But if we look at it separately, the 10 of Cups is an extremely positive card. This is one of the most positive cards in the tarot deck. It's wish come true type of energy. It's emotional fulfillment. So yes, it does mean everybody's like doing witchy stuff and casting spells. This could be some sort of good outcome coming your way. This could be your emotional state. This could represent the family. So you might have a highlight in matters like that. Now, the only thing that's sticking out to me in this whole entire spread is the back end here. We have the Queen of Swords. So all the energy thus far is pretty soft to me. Like, it's soft, it's luscious, it's etheric, it's emotional. We have something completely different here on the back end. Now, for some of you, it could just be a close tie with an air sign with the Queen of Swords. I think of honestness. I think of shrewdness. I think of someone who's extremely serious and straightforward when I see her. Yes, she can speak about plans, strategy, analysis. And another vibe, the rougher side of her, is someone who is emotionally cut off or someone who is emotionally cold. Okay, so hopefully you're not in that type of vibe. Maybe you need to get into Queen of Swords vibe for some reason. But we're going to dive deeper on all this, Virgo. We're going to jump in and clarify. Let's get a good old shuffle here, my friends. What's going on for the Virgo collective? Guides and spirit team, talk to me. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. We're going to go in on this High Priestess. Let's see why this High Priestess is here. And as always, if you read tarot yourself or you're just trying to learn, that's why this box is here, so you can just play along with us. If there's any messages you're feeling that you want to deliver to the Virgo collective, you just drop it down in the comments, because I don't mind. We all learn from each other. So why is the High Priestess here? Definitely don't mind people reanalyzing my cards, or the cards I draw, pardon me. No one truly owns tarot. So we have Death in reverse. There's something about the past popping up here. Now, Death, don't be nervous about that if you're new to tarot. This could just represent a very close tie to a Scorpio for some of you, because like with the High Priestess, the water sign, like I said, Death, Scorpio, you might be, I don't want to say experiencing issues, but something about a Scorpio could be highlighted heavily. Now, aside from that, Death is all about transformation. Death could be about remaking yourself or emerging from the ashes like a phoenix. So when I see it in reverse, yes, it's that karmic energy. Like last week's reading, like I said, karmic justice incoming. This is kind of a similar vibe, like someone hoping, like, oh, I hope that person gets their dose of karma. Like, oh, I'm going to make sure they get their karma. So beware of that. This could be a little harsh type of energy. Now, for some of you, you might feel like someone may have duped you in the past, or something from the past just doesn't add up. Like feelings and thoughts like that could pop up in this time where you're reanalyzing things that have already happened. So I feel that karmic tie, that karmic tug, like wishing, hoping, or trying to get someone their dose of karma, or karmic situations in general, or reanalyzing the past and saying, you know what, that didn't seem right. This person probably did this. This person probably did that. This is a very intriguing type of energy. Okay. But your intuition could be getting tugged in various different directions. We're going to go in on this 10 of Cups and see what's going on. So why is the 10 of Cups here for the beautiful Virgo collective? What's going on for the 10 of Cups? Thank you. Yeah, something good's coming your way. We have the 3 of Wands in reverse underneath this 10 of Cups. Now, just because this card is showing up in reverse, it doesn't mean bad to me. Usually the 3 of Wands is a card of patience. It's a card of distance. It's somebody or something in a holding pattern. So when I see it in reverse, I think of action, movement. So for some of you, it could be one of two things. If we're speaking about your emotional state, you could be experiencing some ups and downs, okay? Nothing major, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing out of the normal, just those emotional flow states. However, for some of you, this 10 of Cups could be coming at you fast, this wish come true, this wish fulfillment, a win, a victory of some kind. Now, I always say wins and victories come in all different shapes and sizes, but you might be experiencing a big one here. So it seems like we're getting multiple situations going on. So do with that what you will. I'll show you these cards. Very watery energy up in the front. So we could be talking about emotions with all this water vibes. And even with the 3 of Wands, it is a fire card, but there's always a lot of water depicted in it. I'm just getting those big water vibes. So we're going to see what's going on with this Queen of Swords. Then we'll do a quick little recap for you. And if you're feeling other things off this spread, I would love to hear what you feel or think. So we're going to go in on the Queen of Swords. Pardon me. Before we do the recap and the bonus. So why is the Queen of Swords here? Thank you. Yeah, Ten of Swords in reverse, someone looking back on the past harshly. This could be somebody that might be feeling a little bit grudgy. Okay, that's one thing. And this could also be someone that's a little angry, a little upset, a little mad. I'm not feeling anything super treacherous here, but the Queen of Swords with the Ten of Swords in reverse, that is just straight up something in somebody's mind. So we have a lot of water, emotion. We have a lot of swords on the back end, the mind. Now, the Ten of Swords is kind of a rough card. Notice we have 2 tens in the spread, which could represent endings of a cycle. One is one of the most positive, one is the roughest. Now, the Ten of Swords in reverse is the best way we want to receive this. But under that shrewd, honest, serious, cold Queen of Swords type of vibe, it's giving me that feeling that either someone you're close to might be upset, they might be angry, they might be mad, or this is somebody looking back on the past with a little bit of bitterness, okay? A little grudgy. And that's the kind of vibe this is giving me. So watch out for this type of energy. Don't let anyone ruin your mood or anything like that. This isn't a soft energy on the backside. So this could absolutely be somebody or something from the past cropping up. But let's go through this. That is absolutely a warning for sure. Okay. And I'm not feeling tons of action here, but with Death in reverse, the Ten of Swords in reverse, just like some sort of bitterness from the past might really crop up in this time. But if you kindly look in the box, let's do a quick recap before we get into the Book of Answers and talk about a mixed bag of energy, because we have positive, we have negative. But in the beginning here, we have the High Priestess with Death in reverse. If some of you are tied to Scorpio or a water sign, showing up big time here. Watery energy. For some of you, yeah, you could be hoping that somebody catches a dose of karma, hoping that karma serves somebody up something nice. For another portion of you, it's looking back on the past like, oh, you know what? That doesn't seem like it adds up, or that person must have been hiding something. It's looking back on the past with skepticism, okay? So maybe someone's motives or someone's actions just aren't lining up to you. That's how this feels to me. Like clinging on to something from the past as well. However, when we move into the middle, we have the Ten of Cups with the Three of Wands in reverse, and this feels very good to me. Now, yes, I was given a message of possible emotional volatility, emotional ups and downs, nothing crazy, but I feel like this could be 10 of Cups coming your way. So some sort of emotional victory, win, triumph, you name it. It's that wish come true type of energy. So take your victories where you can, because when we move to the back end, we have the Queen of Swords with the 10 of Swords in reverse. Told you you might be linked to someone that's feeling a little bitter, a little disgruntled, a little angry, mad, upset. That's how this is feeling. Like something didn't end on the right foot, or something didn't end the right way, and it's just rubbing somebody the wrong way. Okay, it doesn't feel like it's something in the past, but these feelings could come up in the present. So beware of that. Please take a screenshot if you'd like to look into this further. I mean, the simple answer, some of you could have just had an ending with an air sign, if we were to keep it extra simple. But we're going to pull you a page out of this Book of Answers, and like I said, this is like a magic 8 ball on steroids. Look how thick this book is. There's so much going on in here. So if you'd like, think up a yes or no question, and we'll see if the answer ties into what you're thinking. And I'll analyze whatever the answer is to the best of my ability regardless. And the way we use this, I'm sure you've seen tarot readers pull cards like this. We flip through the book for your answer and use our intuition. So I'm going to ask, what is Virgo's answer? What is Virgo's answer, my gods? I think that's your answer. Take more time to decide. So some of you might be between a rock and a hard place in regards to a decision, and I'm surprised that we didn't see any twos here or anything that's in regards to crossroads. Now, if this doesn't tie in to the question you asked, when we get an answer like this out of a bibliomancy book, take more time to decide, it's talking about patience and not letting anybody or any outside influences rush you to either make a decision or make a move towards any way. So take that, incorporate that to the best of your ability. In the coming days and weeks, there might be someone that's pressuring you in some way, or something that's pressuring you to take action. Do with that what you will, my friends. But yeah, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful Virgo friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the April subscriber surprise. For the April subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, wonderful Everyday Witch Tarot. This is the deck that you see in my thumbnails. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are at this point. And second, let me know down in the comments what tarot card you associate yourself with. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.